Welcome back, everybody, to another trailer reaction from the Dead Film Critics Society. I'm here with Aidan, as always. Make sure to go check him out at GBD Reviews. He makes great content over there, great film reviews, most recently Nomadland, which we'll be talking on our podcast next week. We're also doing a tier list podcast. We're doing a tier list of slash ranking all the movies we've talked about on the podcast. That's coming sometime in the middle of the week. But in the meantime, the Shang-Chi trailer, Marvel's Shang-Chi trailer, and the Ten Rings has dropped on YouTube, and we're going to be quickly reacting to that. So let me bring that up real quick.
Here we go again.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you?
Are they friends in the movie, or do you think they're dating?
Wait, what did you say?
I was saying, like, do you think that him and Aquafina are friends in the movie, or are they dating?
Yeah, no, I think they're friends. I think that from the looks of it, they're friends. But I'm curious, what is she reacting to here?
I don't know.
Like the fact that he caught the keys?
To live your life.
We'll be going back over it a couple times, but like, I guess he caught the keys. But like, what is she reacting to? Did you see that? What's she reacting to?
Maybe there's something off screen that we haven't seen or something.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
And where did that get you?
Okay, maybe they are dating. You might be right.
Yeah, because I kind of get that vibe.
Yeah, you kind of like. I mean, they're clearly very cozy with each other, which doesn't always mean that. But
Or maybe they're just like best friends.
yeah, exactly. It could be either. I don't think it matters too much, at least from a trailer perspective.
No, it doesn't matter right now. We'll figure that out later.
I'm really curious who they got to play the younger versions of Simu.
Couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you were right. This film looks incredibly choreographed.
Yeah.
Better than most MCU.
Yeah, so there's that wolf I had.
Can't outrun
I talked about earlier. So the reason I want to talk about this, I think I'm a little concerned about the wolf, specifically in the CGI, specifically because it reminds me of the Twilight wolves a little bit, which, you know, is never a good thing you want to think about when, yeah. It's also
Those
very,
wolves are hilarious,
yeah,
though.
it's very reminiscent of, like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I think. I think a little more, like, people have obviously compared Simu's action here to Jackie Chan. I think it's closer to the stuff they do in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, at least from a trailer from what I've seen so far, personally.
Yeah.
And I really like the coordination on that. It also got a lot of Oscar attention. I don't think this will get much Oscar attention. It might, I don't know. It might be able to sneak in for something like visual effects, but we'll see. Maybe this movie's a hit. Who knows?
who you really are.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn that! Fucking,
Who
that
are you?
slaps.
I gotta say, that cut, though, like I said, I talked about this a little bit before, but that cut for the Who Are You, but especially the fact that it cuts to, like, a pose, just seems a little awkward, but personally, but, you know, it's not bad. Because, like, I've seen people in the comments are just doing different renditions of, like, Who Are You? Just, like, doing different answers of it. The 10 rings. Funny, there's only, like, one shot of those rings.
Seems like they destroy a lot of nice
Yeah.
cars.
We make a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Aquafina's funny. I think it's really good.
Just trying
You know, that's pretty good.
to, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So we can always see their...
That doesn't look like CGI, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they had the money to do this practically. Because, like,
No,
I think...
I would actually much appreciate
they probably...
if they
Yeah,
did it
exactly. And I
practically.
think they probably have
Yeah.
some sets that they can dress up to look like San Francisco on, like, big Hollywood sets, but they can... Where they could do something like this.
Because they like to film a lot of stuff in Atlanta these days, to be honest. So it could
Yeah.
be there. Like the last few Avengers films have been filmed there. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but that does kind of look like That does kind of look like.
You can see that San Francisco detail there, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I
San
picked up on.
Francisco
I'm,
Transit, yeah.
yeah, I'm not proud of it. I'm like I'm embarrassed, but I'm a bit of a transit nerd, so I can tell.
We made
Yeah.
a good team.
Yeah.
It's in those movie trailers.
September 9th.
God, I need to get a life. But
Yeah.
that's alright.
So, you know, I
Solid
think
stuff there, man.
yeah, for sure.
Wait, where's
I
that?
will-
Oh, there it is.
If I had to pick the most epic moment, I think it's got to be this one right here. That's
Oh, yeah, I'd
that
agree.
one is crazy. Like
That slaps.
yeah,
man.
I know.
Or
I
just
talked about
kicks
this.
in the
Yeah,
sense.
I talked about this
Yeah.
before, but I didn't know Simu. Like I knew Simu had a little bit of background in being able to do stunt work, but apparently he's also pretty experienced in Taekwondo and some other another martial arts. So he's pretty perfect for this role overall. And, you know, it's pretty great that.
You
and
don't say. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think even if that was fake, which I don't think it was, I think he was probably able to. I don't know if he maybe got some support from some, things that we're not seeing, but that, either way, it still looks very cool. So, it's an interesting thing. There's also kind of been a theme that's developing of 2021 movies having action scenes on buses, actually. Because I don't know if I talked to you about Nobody. I think I talked to you about that one time. I mentioned it once.
No. I saw
Yeah,
the trailer for that as well.
Yeah, that has a pretty great action scene on a bus.
Is it really a trend though? I mean,
I don't think
I don't
it's a
know,
trend. it's just a coincidence that these two movies both have.
No, I guess
it's,
that is
it's
fair,
more of a
yeah.
coincidence,
But I
not
mean,
a
like-
trend. I wouldn't call it a
but
trend.
like fights on transit in films have happened a lot. I mean, like
Yeah,
it's
true.
it's a good setting, right? Because it's
Yeah.
a confined space, it's moving, it just adds a level of danger there, right?
Yeah,
So
I guess so. And it's just that they're both specifically
Yeah.
like public buses that like, if you look at these like, I mean, most public buses in North America look pretty similar. So like that's what I've
Well,
also discovered.
a lot buses have those weird cows on the seats. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
look like virus pieces of a virus or something.
Yeah, it's an interesting designs for sure.
But I meant to show how disgusting the bus is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Wait,
also
can you
yeah,
go to that shirtless scene?
which one?
I'm sorry, I have to see it again. It's the shirtless scene.
You mean the money shot?
So the most dangerous people in the world
Yeah, so to speak.
couldn't kill you.
The money shot right here.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
It is pretty crazy.
Oh my god. Yo, he looks amazing, dude. Jesus.
Yeah,
I
He
can
definitely
get- I
put
get
in a
why
lot of
his-
work.
I get why his boss at the car at that auto shop that he's working at in Kim's Convenience wants him. Like Jesus.
yeah. I mean, I don't think he was this buff during most of Kim's Convenience, but he definitely has increased it all and this probably will be the peak of his maybe. Well, I mean, I don't know if the peak, but pretty close. Like especially for the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like,
they can
it's
especially
crazy how many,
accentuate how buff he is, and
Yeah.
also they obviously he trained a lot for this movie, no doubt.
Yeah.
Um.
I gotta say, it's crazy how many like actors like Marvel has turned into these hunks.
Yeah,
like,
especially
they did
like I
fucking
guess one of the
Chris
more
Pratt.
and like Camille Nanjiani is the most surprising recent one.
Yeah.
People have
Yeah,
been going
have
crazy
you
over
seen
him,
Like,
his
Jesus,
transformation.
He looks like
Yeah,
he always makes the joke that he looks like his head's been photoshopped onto his body. Like,
it's kind of true.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's like
I'm
that's
interested
actually-
a little bit because I think most of these scenes kind of make sense. Like I can recognize most of the characters. Like this one sort of makes sense. But what I'm
With the
interested in
mask,
is what this one is. Like I don't know what this scene is. That's what I'm curious about. Like, because it feels like a much different setting. Because all of a sudden they're in the forest, and then there's this as well. But then we're back. This is like more of a cityscape again. Then with the bus.
You really are.
So, all right. I think we've watched enough of the trailer, so we can quickly talk about a couple of details about this movie real quick
All right.
before
Sounds
we
good.
wrap up.
Oh, all
yeah.
right.
So, what I said before was inaccurate, actually, when we first recorded this.
He's not actually writing it?
He's not
Yeah.
writing it. It's
Who's
actually
writing it?
the writer. I don't remember his exact name. He is the writer of a couple of things. So he's on the writing team for Spider-Verse 2, which is very interesting. That's the good news.
Okay, well that's promising.
The
yeah.
mediocre news is that he did Godzilla. And then the not so good news is that he wrote Wonder Woman 1984. And then a little bit better, he was part of the writing. I don't know how many of these are team. He's penning this one alone. I don't know how many other writers were on the other films he worked on. And then he also worked on Zombieland Double Tap, which I don't know.
I mean,
sort
the
of middle of the
zombie
road.
movies are actually like
Yeah,
they do a good job at dissecting like the tropes of zombie movies. So I'm like okay with that.
yeah.
And
So,
Godzilla, yeah, I think you're concerned there, right? Because
yeah.
it's just like a big, dumb action movie, right? But
hmm
I am concerned that he helped with Wonder Woman 1984
Yeah.
because aside from Pedro Pascal's character, all the other characters were written pretty, blandly, right? So I
Yeah.
mean,
That is,
yeah,
like, of course, clearly Daniel's trying to focus more on the visual aspect. I'm sure he had some things to say about the story, and he'll probably have a good amount of say in what scenes they end up keeping, and maybe trying to change some of the scenes. Because obviously, directors, even though they obviously aren't always the ones writing them, they always have ways of like changing the story a little bit, or the dialogue, or other small things that they believe are needed to make a good movie. And Daniel
yeah,
Dyson Crane has so far made pretty much all good movies. So
yeah.
I'm pretty confident he knows what he's doing. And, the visual aspect of this movie looks very good. Obviously, the choreography is what stood out. But the cinematographer is also very cool. His name is Bill Pope. He's worked on a lot of great movies, including the Sam Raimi trilogy, or at least the
Ooh,
first two, I think. He worked on
okay,
Matrix.
that's better.
Um,
Yep.
he also worked on Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, both of which I
Okay,
love visually.
this actually makes me
Exactly.
feel really good about it. To
Yeah.
be honest, I'm happy with that. I mean, like if you worked on the first two Spider-Man movies, those are like that's probably one of the best like adaptations of the character. So that's good to see.
Yeah.
I am happy with Baby Driver. Because that was a fantastic film. I quite like that. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have seen Baby Driver and I really like it.
Yeah, well,
It's
very
one of
well
my
done. Yeah,
favorites
no,
of
so
2017 personally.
yeah,
Yeah, so Bill Pope's a very talented cinematographer.
yeah,
He's not working with Edgar Wright anymore because Edgar Wright decided to go with a different cinematographer, but clearly he's able to do this
yeah.
project, which makes me very
Oh
excited to
yeah,
see what
yeah.
he's able to do. And from what I've seen so far, all the shots look very interesting and very, very well done.
Hmm.
I also wanted to talk about the Mandarin's actor. I don't remember his exact name. I'm not going to butcher it. I will instead talk about a couple of the films he's been in. He's mostly known for pretty artsy, a couple of artsy or important Asian cinema pieces, including one from Hong Kong director Wong Kar-wai, who's pretty famous for some of his movies.
Hmm.
Specifically, is one called Shang King Express or something like that.
Hmm.
He's one of the lead actors in that movie. It's very highly regarded, as well as he's in the movie called In the Mood for Love, which is another very highly regarded Asian piece of Asian cinema. So it's very interesting
Hmm.
that he's gone from those kinds of projects. It's been a while. Those projects are somewhat old, but it's interesting that he's now doing one of these, and I hope he can bring some of his great acting abilities, which he clearly has, into this movie. And it's really interesting to see him in this movie overall. So, you know, I'm
All right,
excited
well,
for that as
I'm sure
well.
he'll be able to do a good job. No, I mean, like, I think I looked him up as well. I don't remember. I didn't remember his films, right? But thanks for jogging my memory there. But no, I mean, like, I think it's got a great cast. I have no complaints there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. Who else is in this? I thought there was one other person, like, who I know who's actually in this. I just need to look it up real quick. Hold on. I want
I
to check.
think I'm not sure
Is
who
it?
exactly he is. There's a guy named Jimmy Choo in it. I think he was in Crazy Rich Asians. I think he's a comedian. That might no. I think that's a different guy.
Let's
Yeah, I
just
think
see.
I'm not sure. I'd have to check.
Oh, it's Michelle Yao. That's
Oh
who
yeah,
it is.
Michelle
Yeah.
Yeoh is in this movie. Yeah, maybe
Oh,
I
that's
don't
how you
know.
say her name? Okay.
So what
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume from what I've seen is that the ones with Yeoh is the flashback scenes, as well like is the ones the greener outdoor space and like the large fight scenes. I'm gonna assume those might be like flashbacks, maybe. That's
Yeah,
my
I think
theory at
that could be
least.
it. Yeah.
I'd say that. Trying to check who that other character was. Oh,
Mm.
that other actor at least. Yeah, Ronnie Chang. Okay, yeah, this is that is the comedian, Ronnie Chang. He also had a
Oh
pretty
yeah,
small.
no, you're right.
He also had a small role in Godzilla vs Kong as well.
Yeah.
He was the I don't know if you remember. It was he was like the the guy who had the convenience store with the candy. I don't know if you remember that at
Yeah.
all, but he's
No, I
pretty.
remember.
He's
Yeah.
he fits in well. I think Aquafina is maybe the most awkwardly placed right now. I guess I'm most concerned about her character because she's starting to become too much of like a sidekick comedian archetype character
Yeah.
right now. And obviously she's not like a bad actress at all because she's been able to give really good dramatic performances, as seen in stuff like The Farewell. But yeah, recently she definitely has been casted as the comedy sidekick, and I'm hoping this movie, if they're gonna do that, at least do it properly. You know, I think there's a way to make it not too annoying or in the movie. But hopefully she has more than just being comedy as well. I'd hope, but. You know, I trust all these questions. I pretty much trust Destin Creighton with. He's obviously not Daniel Creighton. He's definitely not the most acclaimed or even like one of my favorite directors, but he's still very good. And yeah, I definitely trust that he knows what he's doing with this Marvel movie based on what I've seen so far. And yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap up. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go check out our other videos. At Dead Film Critics Society, as well as my page at Reviewing. Make sure to go subscribe. I'm almost at 50 subscribers, which is kind of cool. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'll be definitely thanking you guys for that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video. We'll be doing more of these in the future, and we'll see you guys next time. See you guys.